Okay, they gave us Fox. I have a lot to say about this character. I think he's great. I think there's a lot going on here, and I think it's really neat. For example, I don't think most would lie to Hoolay about Jingliu being present. He basically has placed himself in the worst possible position in order to, first off, yes, probably to stop Hoolay escaping, but we saw his internal thoughts about the idea that Hoolay could present a cure for Feixiao's condition. He cares that much. That's really sweet. This makes them either have a really powerful friendship or bond, or this is like one of the few instances where I can see where people are coming from on shipping these two, because you don't do that for just anyone, depending on the sort of person you are. It takes a lot to do that. I have no idea who is going to be his guest for this, though. No idea.
He always greets people with a smile.
He's coming home, though.
Because his smile can cover up the abyss inside him.
Jing
He
Yuan,
loves spicy food. Because the pain
Su Shan, because
makes
she's from
him
the
feel
same
alive.
ship.
Everyone knows that the Yao Xing is ever victorious. But he's seen that no matter how good his medical skills are, they can't stop death. Now he's come out of retirement to treat the Merlin's Claw Feixiao. Not only for her sake, but for his own sake too.
No.
This is the star of today's Keep It Up with Star Rail, Jiaoqiu. Let's welcome Jiaoqiu's dear colleague and the Yao Qing General Feixiao's right-hand man, Moza. Let's welcome Jiaoqiu's dear colleague and the Yao Qing General Feixiao's right-hand man, Moza. Moza? Is he late? Did we invite him?
It's
Moza?
interesting.
I'm here.
Where?
Here.
Welcome! Why don't you come down? Else it'll seem like we can't afford this. Jiaoqiu is a fire-type character, following the
It's
path
the
of
new
nobility.
voice
He excels
present,
in
I
treating
know.
patients with food. He's also the inventor of the 9-squared grid cauldron medicine. When using his basic attack, skill, or ultimate on an enemy, Jiaoqiu has a certain chance of dealing 1 stack of
Enjoy
ashen roast,
burning.
which can increase the damage enemies receive. The amount of damage depends on the number of stacks. Enemies in the Ashen Roast state are also considered to be in the burn state, and at the start of each turn, take fire damage based on Jiaoqiu's attack.
So they
Ashen
get
Roast
cooked
has a
alive
max
and then
number
they
of
get
stacks
shot
and
to
lasts
death by
for a set
Acheron.
number of
Let's go.
turns.
With Jiaoqiu, everyone's body temperature stays high.
When he uses his basic attack, Jiaoqiu waves his fan and deals fire damage based on his attack to a target enemy.
He's good at fanning the flames.
Mr. Moza, that turn of phrase is...
Perfect.
When using his skill,
Considering he
Jiaoqiu
gave
throws
someone
a
laxatives,
flaming star
I
dealing
agree.
fire damage based on his attack to a
Just for
target
the
enemy
sake of
and
winning
adjacent
a
enemies,
fight.
with a chance of inflicting a stack of ashen roast on the target
That
enemy.
is definitely
A
the
true
meanest
master
ending
is
of the
not
lot.
limited by weapons.
Small and light, not messy, very convenient.
Jiaoqiu's ultimate puts the present enemies in a scalding zone, boosting the number of ashen roast stacks of all enemy targets to the highest number on the field. Then, Jiaoqiu deals fire damage based on his attack to all enemies. Is this the policy of food as medicine that he follows?
This is the cauldron-based medicine he developed, called the 9-squared grid. It dispels cold and moisture, and is quite popular.
All enemies within the zone sustain greater ultimate damage, and during their action, there's a chance that they will be inflicted with a stack of ashen roast. The zone lasts for a set number of turns. Good cooks and good doctors can't do without fire.
He likes adding fuel to the fire.
After unlocking a certain trace, Jiaoqiu will gain a certain amount of energy after he enters battle. Additionally, when Jiaoqiu's zone is on the field, every time an enemy enters the battlefield, they will be inflicted with stacks of ashen roast, equal to the highest number of stacks on the field. When using his technique, Jiaoqiu creates a special dimension with a set range. After engaging enemies in the dimension, Jiaoqiu deals fire damage based on his attack to all enemies, and has a certain chance of inflicting ashen roast.
Let's go.
In summary, the core of Jiaoqiu's mechanics is to inflict a vulnerability known as Ashen Roast on enemies and burn them. Enemies have a certain chance to gain Ashen Roast during Jiaoqiu's turn and under his ultimate's effect during the enemy's turn. Keep the number of Ashen Roast stacks high to make teammates' attacks more threatening. Let's watch an appetizing combat demo together. Jiaoqiu uses his technique to enter battle, causing all enemies on the field to gain a stack of ashen roast. Then the enemies will take fire damage at the start of each turn. When Jiaoqiu uses
If someone
his
had
skill,
told me, I would have
Malefic Ape and the
eventually
adjacent wooden
heard,
lupus are hit. Under
or
the
at least
effect of
seen a
Jiaoqiu's
character
skill
that
and
has
talent,
Kaz's
Malefic Ape gains
VA
2 stacks of ashen roast,
talk about
while
giving
wooden
someone
lupus gains 1
laxatives.
stack.
I
While
would
ashen
have
roast
thought
is
you were a
active, both
liar.
enemies take increased damage. When Jiaoqiu uses his ultimate, the number of stacks on wooden lupus is increased to the highest value on the field, and it deploys a zone that deals damage to all enemies. And Malefic Ape and wooden lupus gain a stack of ashen roast. Wooden lupus quickly calls for reinforcements, but it's a mistake since Jiaoqiu's zone is still there. Not only does wooden lupus happily receive another stack of ashen roast, Shadow Jack Hyena also gains the highest number of stacks upon entering the field. Malefic Ape has no choice but to act within Jiaoqiu's zone. Ashen Roast adds another stack, and he's even
This
with his
makes
pal,
him at least a bit better
the
inside of
Trailblazer,
Pure
who
Fiction,
has long
because
had
he's
full
able
energy,
to have
finally gets to
enemies
take action.
entering gain the
Multiple
stacks
stacks of
off.
Ashen Roast increase the damage taken by enemies. The Galactic Baseballer charges up and swings their bat, allowing these good pals to go home safe and sound after work. Woo! It's not easy to stand on the opposite side of Jiaoqiu.
It's not easy to stand on the same side as him either.
He is very shrewd. You've worked together for so long. What do you think of him?
Oh, yes. I, Jiaoqiu, no. He loves and respects all people. He has great foresight and is very handsome. He has a sunny personality and behaves honorably. He's proficient in brewing, boiling, stir-frying, and deep-frying, and is especially good at making spicy dishes. Parentheses, don't mention medicine, close parentheses.
Why are you holding that book?
No, these are the lines Jiaoqiu wrote for me before I left.
There we go. I like the fox. I like him a lot. I'm looking forward to what's hidden in his voice lines and story, because the voice lines will reveal more things about the Yaojing as a ship, and will also maybe unveil more interactions on how he met Mose, which Mose is a criminal, so that's actually quite interesting, and how he met Feixiao, or what their relationship actually does entail. Then his story might explain his viewpoints as to why he retired in the first place. And I imagine, obviously, he wanted to help Feixiao, and that's why he came out of retirement specifically, but is there more to it, or... Either way, fun character. Definitely coming home. The question is, will Sparkle come home? And I have no hope about that, honestly. I've got enough to potentially guarantee this fox. If I get very lucky, then that's different. But I'm not going to probably make a video pulling for Sparkle too. I'll use any excess pulls on Sparkle, and if she comes home, fantastic. If she doesn't, then I'll just keep trying throughout the end of the version. But that's not the point. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to at the very least, so there's that. Sorry about the delay on content. This isn't even the first video I recorded. This one's just going to be out of order, uploaded because it's the most relevant. And I'm genuinely looking forward to it, and some stuff's going to probably get delayed anyway because of the Genshin special program, which I will record a reaction to and sort when it happens, but, you know, until then, take care of yourselves, guys.